As we all know, Fortnite is definitely not as big as it used to be. There has been a lot of new updates since the time we had all had a love for Fortnite. But as we know, some of these have been what originally caused the fall off or downfall of Fortnite. Let's go back to the last chapter and see exactly what happened to Fortnite Battle Royale. To talk about the downfall of Fortnite, we must have to go back to roughly Fortnite's best season, gameplay wise and popularity wise. Around this time in 2018 was truly when Fortnite started to gain its popularity, and since the game was free, it gave a lot of people a chance to try it. We can see this is when its number of players really took a leap in popularity, and at the time, Fortnite was very fun. Times where the only sweats you had to worry about were John Wicks, basically Fortnite's highest. When Season 4 came out back in May 2018, it was a lot different than Season 3. We all know the storyline of the meteor and how it crashed into Dusty Depot. This dramatically changed Fortnite. The events of the season were A1 in my opinion. At the time, people didn't like the season because of all these changes, including the double pump nerf, but we all know it still did not work. It took until Season 5 for people to realize Season 4 was a pretty good season. Season 5. At the time, we thought this was the season that this is gonna ruin Fortnite completely. But little did we know the nerf shotguns and spray metal was the last thing on the list. Now this in my opinion was a very underrated season. But this is definitely when people started to stop playing Fortnite. The fact that people called this the worst Fortnite season at that time really shows how good it was. Now people don't consider any season from Chapter 1 as the worst season. The transition from Season 5 to 6 was off. Although it fit the Halloween theme at the time, Season 6 is truly a season that made tons of people leave. The zombies truly made it a horrendous experience in my opinion. Definitely better than Chapter 2's Season 6 though. They reinvented the crossbow and 6-shooter to fit the whole cowboy Halloween vibe. But before we get to Season 7, I just want to say if you haven't already, please like and subscribe with notis on for more content like this. Also, rest in peace to Kevin. The transition from Halloween to Christmas. Now I really don't get the Season 7 slander. In my opinion, this was a great season. The Ice King event was really cool as well. The snow and the whole setting was fitting for the Christmas vibe. The storyline also set up nice for Season 8. The event where they switched up the LTM every week was also a nice touch. Ending the season with the volcano appearing from the ground, taking down Wailing Woods and Lazy Links, and made a new biome that began Season 8. Depression. Truly depression. This season was incredibly boring, but I will say the event that took out Tilted Towers and retail was very good. Also the ability to choose an item to be unvaulted. Event wise, this was truly an underrated season, with truly one of the best events of Chapter 1, ending with Jonesy and Peely running into the bunker during the chaos. Time passes and we end up in Season 9. The future based season. Picking up off the storyline, we get a new futuristic base season that is totally different from Season 8's pirate theme. I am actually starting to realize this was an underrated season. It perfectly fit the storyline. With advanced weapons, teleportation, and map changes, a huge robot in pressure plant is to be a threat to the entire island. The event later occurs and the players watching the mech team leader and monster fight. Rest in peace, Big Monster. After the fight, a big sphere explodes and we end up in Season X. If you're wondering why I started talking about the timeline, basically the original timeline was ignored from Season 4 to 6, plus we're here now, Season X. The true downfall of Fortnite. This season was extremely dry. Content creators and streamers just began to stop playing the game entirely. The storyline picks up from Season 3. Jonesy gets a recap of the storyline. Weird storyline aside, it basically transitions somewhat into Chapter 2, with it going into a different dimension. But by now the majority of players have stopped playing Fortnite. I would say that the fall off really began in Season 6 and kicked off during Season 8. So that wraps up the downfall of Fortnite Battle Royale. Also, before we go, I actually want to say this season of Fortnite has actually been pretty fun so far. If you haven't noticed, it's low-key been the best season so far in this chapter in my opinion. The others were very, very dry and boring. Make sure you like the video if you haven't already and subscribe with notis on so you don't miss the next video. It's already a banger, I promise. But yeah, that's all I want to say. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. I'm out. Peace. Also, one more time, rest in peace, Kevin.